Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. Welcome to I Am the Change, Michelle Kelly. Started this in 2019 as my New Year's resolution, stating out loud that I was breaking up with fear, I was breaking up with shame, and I was breaking up with the guilt, followed by a weekly video telling you guys how fear, shame, and guilt wasn't breaking up with me. It was like a stalker. It is a stalker. I still have it, and it is for almost 5 years, getting closer to 5 years than 4. And it's not as bad as it was before, but I'm noticing it a lot more. And even though I have it, I'm trying not to listen to it and do it anyway. You know, not let the fear consume me to the point that I don't do things. So 2020 was to be kinder and more compassionate to myself and others. 2021 was to break up with processed sugar, which I wasn't able to do at that time. 2021 break up. 2022 was to attach an income to what it is that I do, and I got royalties for my song "Hey Cole Swindell," so worth the whiskey. Not that much, but still something. And actually, this year I got a couple of checks for being an influencer. I got invoices last year. This year, I say a couple. I got one check, and it was for like $25. But it's a start. And then this year was not to weigh myself every single day, which I am not. It was every other day, and now I am off of the scale. So you guys, I've shared with you before, I'm recovering alcoholic and addict. I am recovering codependent. I worked on my alcoholism. I quit smoking, and I'm a recovering food addict. So I'm off of sugar, flour, wheat, and caffeine. And I just celebrated 15 months on the 6th, which was huge, on August 6th. So this is my proudest thing I've ever done this year, I'll say, because I've done a lot of things. But a lot of times what I see is all the things I haven't done or that I still need to do. So acknowledging my wins is very hard for me, but I'm learning to do that, to celebrate all the things that I am doing instead of focusing on the things that I haven't been able to do yet or I haven't done. So anyway, I wanted to share with you guys, last week I was talking about, first of all, how I haven't been feeling good, and it's been like 38 days, but 2 days ago, Tuesday night, today's Thursday, the 10th, I think, I went to the hospital on Tuesday night. I did not want to go, and it was my 3rd time going because I was having horrible shoulder blade pain, horrible arm pain, all across my bra line and behind my left flat pancake of a boob that's left. It felt like somebody was like squeezing my heart all the time. It just hurt so bad. And most of it was when I stand up, triggered it, and then and I couldn't get control of the pain. So on Monday, and honestly, like I wanted to die multiple times. It was that bad. I'm like, I am not living like this. And it's so funny because I went to the hospital 2 times before that in July, and I brought my stuff, and I'm like, oh, keep me, you got to find out what's wrong and fix me. And on Tuesday, I did not want to go, but I know that I needed to. And a friend of mine called me, and she's like, Michelle, I can take you wherever you need to go. I was like, oh, okay. And then I thought about it, and then I had a bunch of friends who are like, you should go. And I'm like, I didn't want to, but I packed my stuff again and I went. And you guys, when I pack my stuff, I am comfortable no matter where I go. And so it's getting bigger and messier. So I brought my own blanket, my slippers, my pajamas, like all my stuff that I was gonna need. And it was a heavy bag. So anyway, and at the hospital, you guys, I did not feel like I have felt in the past, and they didn't do anything different. But I got to rest and not be on my feet because I cook every single meal because of the whole food thing. I did not stand on my feet, and I'm like, it must have just been because I'm not standing on my feet. And everybody has been praying for me, doing all kinds of magic healings, and I had a great day yesterday. Like, I didn't have the pain that I've been having, and I don't have it today. And today I got out of the hospital. My girlfriend drove me down there. I was going to take the train. My one friend who offered to do it wasn't able to do it, but I needed to go, and that's what her call helped me do. So I go to the hospital, and I got to rest. And you know, my whole message today is, can beggars be choosers? And what I found out is I'm not a beggar, and nobody is a beggar, and I'm allowed to be choosy. And if somebody thinks I'm a beggar because I am down on my luck, or because my life hasn't gone according to plan, or how other people think it should go, that I should just accept breadcrumbs or whatever somebody has to offer. And I used to operate my life out of that. You know, I'm on Social Security disability, I'm on food stamps, I get help with my electric. Actually, I think that's running out. My son Angelo is paying for me to have Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Netflix for TV, which was awesome. And I've had to get a lot of help during this time. And, you know, I'm learning not to settle for second best, which I used to do all the time. And I was so grateful that people were willing to put up with me and to help me. And how can I say this isn't right for me, or I don't like this? I think a lot of times I was afraid that I wasn't going to get what I wanted. So I reacted quickly, and usually I was disappointed when I settled. So I found out nobody's a beggar, ever, and you are allowed to be choosy. However, my experience has been, sometimes with being choosy, you have to wait and be patient for the right thing to come along. And so a lot of times when something shows up right away, I'm like, oh my God, this is it. And sometimes it's not it. And then I just have to let it go and wait. So what do I do when I wait? I do things that are fun, that bring me joy and make me happy. So, which sounds like that distracts me. It gets me out of the danger zone, my head. And not only that, call somebody else to see how they're doing, like distract myself. And I've been sick of myself. When I tell you sick of myself, everybody's asking me how I'm doing because I don't feel good. And I am so tired of talking about myself that I figure people don't want to hear this, but it's really, I don't want to hear this. I'm sick of saying it. But I do stuff about it, which is huge because I know a lot of people, and I used to do this, I play the same tape over and over and over again, and I wasn't able to do anything different. And now I know I always have a choice. I might not like my choice, but I have a choice. And I was sharing with you guys last week about my hot water heater and how they damaged the inside of my house and said they were not going to take responsibility for it. And I did contact the credit card company, but then I had to answer a 2-page questionnaire of what happened. Then I had to send in pictures one by one where I had to put this code in every single time. 25 pictures I sent. It was a pain in the butt. And a lot of times things are harder when you do the right thing. It takes a lot more work, and it's a lot of work. Like, the old me would let it go and complain about them to every person I knew and give them a bad review on Google or Yelp or whatever. And now I've learned I can take action. And last week I was telling you the other thing. When people used to say no, I used to accept it, and I did. But there were other times when somebody would tell me no, and I'd be like, don't you tell me no. And I'd be like, screw you. And I would go from passive to super aggressive to like the claws came out and I went after people. And then they're like, who the hell is this? Because I acted so passive, and then I would attack. So I think I go back and forth, or I don't do it I'm not gonna say I don't do it anymore. I have it, I don't let it get to that extreme anymore. I'm able to see it sooner. Like the old me wants to be like, screw you, watch me, this is what I'm gonna do. And I had a great friend tell me one time, instead of I'll show you, I'm gonna show me. I'm gonna show me what I can do. This has nothing to do with anybody else. I need to show me what I'm capable of, and I am capable of standing up for myself and speaking up for myself. And is it hard? Absolutely. Does it suck? Absolutely. Does it take a lot of work? Yes. But now I realize I have to get painting estimates now. And I have to get a couple of them, but I'm gonna go with the right painter, not the cheapest painter, because, oh, I'm so lucky, they're gonna take responsibility for it. And that's the kind of stuff I used to do. So not settling. I don't have to settle for second best. And usually when I do, I regret it, and I end up having to get what I wanted in the first place, and it ends up costing way more and being more of a hassle, instead of just waiting, praying about it, and being patient and waiting for it to come in a different way. So you guys, I have to tell you one other thing. I've been sharing in my videos, I'm a recovering adult child. And what is a recovering adult child? What is an adult child? And I'll tell you, like my friends were telling me the other day to go to the hospital. My one friend said she could take me, but she lived so far. So I didn't want her to, because I didn't want her to go out of her way for me. And then I decided I needed to go, and it was going to be too hard to ask other people. Like I didn't want to burden or bother people. So I have a friend who lives near a train station. So I asked her if I could leave her, if I could leave my car in her driveway, and if she could take me to the train station. And she said yes. And when I got there, she took me to the hospital, which was awesome. And then when I came off the train today, I came back by myself, took the train with my big ass bag, because you know, if I go away for 1 day or 3 months, I probably pack the same amount of stuff. No, just kidding, not as bad, but it's a lot of stuff to be comfortable. Self-care is a lot of work, and it gets bigger and louder and messier. So I got off the train today, and the train is like 1.5 miles from her house. And instead of calling somebody and asking them to pick me up from the train station, I walked to her house with my heavy ass bag. And I got in over 10,000 steps today, by the way, which is the first time in over like 38, 39, 40 days. I'm losing count, but I wasn't dying. Like it wasn't killing me. My pain has lessened so much, and I feel so much better. And I'm just gonna take it and enjoy it. I don't know how long it's gonna last for, but I was able to get an EMG test today. So I'm waiting for the results of that, but I'm not a beggar, and neither are you, and you're allowed to be choosy. One quick thing. When Harry met Sally, remember Sally looked so picky? Sally looked picky because Harry just accepted whatever came his way, and Sally stuck up for herself, so she looked picky. And I know a lot of people who accept things just as they are, and because I don't, I've looked picky, and I feel shame sometimes for doing that I shouldn't be so picky. I shouldn't ask for what I want, and I need to, because no one else is going to do it, and I can't worry if people are going to judge me. A lot of times I couldn't ask for what I wanted or what I needed. And when other people could, I would get so mad at them. I can't believe she had the nerve to ask me that. I can't believe she did that. I can't believe he did that. And secretly, I was jealous because I wished I could do that and I couldn't. But it was easier to get mad at the person who could do it. So this is your sign signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned, stay safe, and I'll see you all next week.